Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in for another Thursday stream. Before you go out car shopping tomorrow on Friday, we have a stream just for you guys. So you can hop in, get your questions answered. Make sure you go out into the field prepared. Because a salesman is going to have 3, 4, 5 months worth of preparation before they become a true professional, not even a professional, but semi-professional salesman, before they are really going to be let loose on the parking lot, getting clients, trying to sell them something, trying to get them into certain kind of cars. A salesman is going to get trained. They're not just going to release an untrained person to you. If the salesman is getting trained to sell your car, wouldn't it make sense for you to get trained to become a professional car buyer? All right, let me guys, if you got questions, put them in the chat, because that's what this here is for. Hey Mola Power, how's it going? Jobber 24/7, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Hey Flyby, thanks for joining us. Corman Sonata, hey Dan, how are you? I am excellent. Hey guys, I am Dan and I teach fine likes you how not to get fucked when I'm Patrick, that's did you have a fucking Asian write that shit for you? Like fine folks like you how not to get Oh God! You even miss words like me. This is perfect copy, Patrick. This is exactly how I talk. You gotta translate. What the fuck did I just say? Half the words are missing, but after you interpret it, it should be fine. Carrie Niece, what's up? Dan, is your over 700 likes on Facebook now? Oh God, Carrie, you gotta check on that, because I actually don't check that stuff. I mostly care about Facebook group, because where there's actually a community. Facebook page is just something that you have to have a Facebook group, because Facebook won't allow you to have a group before you have a page. It's really retarded. So I had to make a page. I'm eating while typing. Don't worry about it, Patrick. What you eating over there? I hope some good. Yo, email me a piece of what you eating over there. Email me some couple of bites. Guys, I remember when I used to work at the car dealership. It was a big franchise company. There's, like I said, it's the biggest dealership in the fucking country. They spent a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not tens of millions of dollars on training. We would have a training guy come in probably 2 times a month, if I remember, especially for new guys, for 2 times a month, and it would be training for 2, 3, 4 days. My first training was like for like entire week, if I remember. There would be guides we have to read, like little tests we have to take. We would be learning shit all the time, and we would be testing stuff, and we would be practicing. Like every morning, we would talk about numbers, and we would practice. Like just like before you say you're going to be playing a game, right? Not just for fun, but actually a professional game of something. You would practice. We would practice exactly the same way, guys. The salesmen practice to take your money. If you don't practice to defend your money, if you don't practice, if you don't skill up to defend your money, I don't know what to tell you, really. I don't. It blows my mind. It really blows my mind when I hear somebody said they called 5 dealerships and they want to know if they got the best possible price. 5 dealership? I mean, there's a guy on our Facebook page. I mean, he looked for a car for 3 freaking months. I think his name is Isaac, if I remember correctly. For 3 months. Found himself a Hyundai Sonata with like 32 or 34% off MSRP. He found a car that he saved a bunch of money, but he put in time, he put in work. Guys, what do you make an hour? Right? What do you make an hour? Multiply that by how many hours you're gonna spend. You're gonna spend, a week or 2 or 3 or 4, on and not like me, a week, not 8, 10 hours a day a week. I mean on and up, just a few hours a day. And if that amount of time and money is less than the thousands of dollars that you're gonna save, it makes sense for you to go out and study this and learn this and skill up in this area. I mean, if you're fucking, if you're making $300,000 a year, okay, it doesn't make sense, because what do you make? You make like $500 an hour or something like that. Yeah, this doesn't make sense for you. But I made this for average person. That was average person that doesn't make $300,000 a year. Okay, you spend a couple of hours learning this shit. You take, God forbid, you might take half a page of notes. God forbid, you might actually read a script. Guys, I have scripts. You don't gotta memorize shit. I did it for you. There are scripts. You read the fucking script. You don't gotta memorize nothing. The script is in front of you. You just fucking read it. That's it. That's how easy it is. I even put in the scripts that I use. That I even have the scripted text, the scripted emails. And I have the scripted, what do you say on the phone? What do you say? How do you schedule a pre-purchase inspection? How do you open up a phone conversation? I got all that shit. Guys, put in the questions, because that's what I'm here for. I'm not just a talking head. I don't do this shit for me. It's 9 o'clock here. I'm going to be going to bed pretty soon. Some of you are going to be going out to the parking lots. Some of you are going to be knee deep in fucking snow in Sheboygan in fucking minus 20 degrees trying to buy a car. I don't want you to be unprepared when you're going to be going over there. You're going into a fight. And here's who you're going to fight against. You're going to fight against a salesman, a manager, a store manager that's going to try to make as much money as possible. On top of that, you're going to try to get into, not try, but you're going to have a finance manager that's going to try to sell you all sorts of bullshit. So ask me questions. I want to make sure you're prepared. And at the end of the day, that's why I created the whole fucking 60-minute car training. That's why it's there. If the dealership is going to spend $100,000 in 1 year to train people, to train salesmen to become better money takers, wouldn't it make sense for an individual to spend a couple of $100? God forbid they might actually learn something. God forbid there's going to be an actual useful skill besides being a fucking food blogger. Oh yeah, I'm picking out on fucking food bloggers, you know it. What does demos for sale? Moolah Power. What does demos for? I don't know what that means. Mike Borncap, what's up? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Hi Dan, can I contact you on Facebook as well, or in the Facebook page you're referring? Patrick, my phone number is below the video. 772-202-2116. It's below the video. So it's below every single video in the description. Text me. You don't gotta hope I answer through Facebook, hope and prayer I see your message. None of that. You got my cell, text me. I'm gonna see it. Flyby, demo cars or dealership drivers for a couple of months, then sell. Yeah, okay, that's what he's saying. He's talking. Okay, yeah, Moolah. So demos are a car in 2019 we don't really have demo in America. In Canada they still do this bullshit, but it's not a demo car. It's more of a salespeople drive it themselves, rack up 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 miles, and then sell it to people. It's fucked up over there. In America, salesmen don't do that. They don't, decrease value of cars by putting a bunch of money and freaking scratches and crumbs and shit into it. So what happens is it's not a really demo car. It's an old term from freaking 90s and 80s, demo car. We don't have demo cars anymore. We have service cars. You bring your own car for service. and it's going to get serviced for 3 or 4 hours, or there's going to be a repair on it, extensive repair, right, for 5 or 6 hours or for a day or two. So what the dealership is going to do, they're going to give you a service loaner, right? And these service loaners, they're going to get some, 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 10,000 miles, and then they're going to get sold, as a used car. So what happens now is when you go into the parking lot, you say, I want to test drive this car. You test drive the car that you want to test drive. Any car you see on the parking lot, you can test drive. We don't really have, demo cars. I don't know. Maybe there's some unique dealerships that are stuck in fucking 80s, but right now in 2019, in 2020, we don't really have dealerships that have one car that everybody rides on. You're eating noodles, Patrick. That's some good shit. Flyby. We should do role playing. Oh shit, I'm all about role playing, man. Oh God, I have a bad mind. It's Jake. Sorry, I'm using wife's account. Anyway, FedEx rents 2018 Dodge Caravan, and we have 8 months or less than 30,000 miles missing and overheating. Yeah, dude, that's a weird situation that you have with Dodge. FedEx renting caravans, I don't know, dude. It's weird. I mean, it's not really a rent. I would say it's probably a lease before cars start going bad. And I know why they're renting fucking caravans instead of Toyotas, because they're more expensive. So they rent these caravans for a few years before problems start showing up, and then they turn that shit back in. And you say they're overheating or something like that. Yeah, guys, there's only one minivan to buy, Toyota Sienna. That's it. That's the only one I would buy. Patrick, I live in not so big province, 700,000 people. That's bigger where I used to live. That's for goddamn sure. And only have 4 or 5 dealerships. It's hard to search around. You live with 700,000? Where? What kind of Alaskan fucking? Where do you live in Alaska? Shit, I mean Alaska doesn't have 700,000 people in there. I think they get like 200 maybe at the most. Dexterius Mentis. How much was it to hire you again? And what percentage do you usually save someone? Mentis, it's $1,000 to hire me. I'm gonna save you a week or 2 of work. That's the biggest reason why people hire me. Like there's a guy that just hired me a couple of days ago. He done the work. He knows exactly what he's looking for. He watches this stream. He's probably on here right now. How's it going, Prickly Pear? He knows exactly what he wants. I mean, he's probably as good at this shit as I am because he's been with us for such a long time. But he hired me because he doesn't have 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day to be sitting, negotiating, fighting, sitting, negotiating, comparing all the shit around the country. He doesn't have time. The biggest reason people hire me, time. People get jobs. People get family. People get shit to do. You get off work at 5 or 6 o'clock. What are you going to do with 2 hours open time for the dealership? What are you going to do? Nothing. You're going to go to 1 or 2 maybe dealerships at the most. Your people are tired. They don't want to do this shit. They just don't want to do this shit. That's why people hire me. And as far as how much money I'm going to save you, I'm going to find the best deal I can possibly find. Whatever it is, from 48 states, not counting Alaska or Hawaii, unless you want to pay $3,000 in shipping. So whatever I find out of 48 states, there you go. It's not like I found a good deal here and a shitty deal here. I'm going to hide the good deal. You know what I mean? You hired me, you paid money. I'm going to get you the best possible price, whatever it is. I don't have a fucking sneaky place where I'm going to hide the best deals and give you a shit one. Gary, hey Dan, where's the lovely shade of purple tonight? You know, this stream only started, so we might have purple later on. For those of you that weren't here last time, it was fun. It was fun. Man, I'm not in US, I live in Canada. Patrick, yeah, bro, I mean, listen, that's why I tell people you gotta shop online. We live in 2020 almost. Like, we live in 21st century. If you're going to a parking lot to buy a car, like, what are you doing? What in the world are you doing? Like, what are you guys doing? You do everything online, just like I teach you. You do everything with the phone in one fucking hand and a glass of milk in the other. and the juice in the other. You don't need to be going anywhere. Literally, you could be watching a game and dialing. All right, that's how easy it is. Tom Uchiha. Hey Dan, is Lexus IS 350 or Infiniti Q50? Which one do you prefer and why? Okay, here's the thing. Lexus has better transmission, more reliable, but Infiniti has more horsepower. So here's what I would do, Tom. I wouldn't buy any of those cars. What I would do is, this is gonna sound a bit crazy, but I would buy Infiniti Q50 Red Sport 400. Here's the thing. You're thinking about buying Lexus 350, right? It's sporty, it's a sporty sedan, it looks good, handles amazing. Well, how come this sporty sedan has less horsepower than a non-sport regular 3.7, not even a turbocharged, regular 3.7 Q50? You know what I mean? Regular boring family sedan Q50 has more horsepower than the turbocharged IS350. You know, I like how IS350 looks. I cannot stand the performance. The performance on IS350 is absolute garbage. Unless you're gonna, you know, I would go with Q50 Red Sport 400. 400 horsepower, twin turbos, all-wheel drive. You want more horsepower? Not a problem. You got engine that is red, that has forged internals. You got engine that has 2 turbos. All you gotta do is spend maybe $2,000 or $3,000 more, and you can have 550, 600 horsepower. It's not that complicated. You have a car that's already designed for this shit. But the transmissions on the Q50s is not the best. So I mean, if you're gonna be going for high, for high horsepower on the Q50 Red Sport 400, I mean, you need to do something with the transmission, or be ready for the transmission failure at some point. You know, I hate to say this. I hate to fucking say it. As much as I like the Red Sport 400, the transmissions are not the best. It's a fucking Nissan. But there is no other substitute for it, unfortunately. You could go German, or not German, but European. You can get into Giulia, you can get into Mercedes, Audi, fucking BMW, all that shit. Not only their quality cars are even worse. I rather have one problem that I know about than God knows how many fucking electronics and sensors blowing up every 6 months. And the nice thing about Q50 Red Sport 400, you can put parts on it from regular Infiniti Q50. Make sense? You got something went up. You don't need to go out and buy top of the line parts. Go to any fucking junkyard, find a regular Q50, and a lot of fucking parts are gonna fit. Because underneath, there's a lot of same similarities. Okay, we're moving on. Kevin M, what is your opinion on Lexus NX? I drove it, the 2016 I drove it 2019 actually. 16, 19, same shit. It's not bad. It's not bad. It really is not bad. But if I'm gonna be spending that amount of money on a Lexus NX, I would look into Kia Sorento and Hyundai Tucson. Look into those. I mean, Lexus is a nice badge, definitely nice badge. But look into Hyundai and Kia. You know, I think you might be getting even a better car with more room for pretty much the same amount of money. Carmen Green. Hey Dan, when you say we should drive a car until it falls apart, when is that? I mean, whenever the repairs are really gonna start becoming too much. Like somebody called me right now, not right now, but God, it was like 2 days ago or something like that with a Ford F-150. The guy put like 4,000 or I think it was like $2,000 or $4,000 already put in, and then he needs another like $3,000 or $4,000 if I remember correctly. I mean, when you have $8,000 in a vehicle that has 130 or 150,000 miles, that's like too much. No, 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 no. You know what I mean? You need to do math. Do the math. If I put in $8,000, how long the car is gonna last me? Okay. What if I just buy a car, and I'll buy a car for, let's say $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000? Will that, you gotta do by the math. But guys, calculate the price by the month. Okay, it's that's how I calculate prices on the car. If you want, I have a video. It's called $87 a month car payment. I show you how to get a car for $87 a month, pretty much. Listen, if or when it reaches yeah, Carmen, it's like I gotta know the car. If it's a Ford with 200,000 miles, I'm concerned. If it's a Toyota with 200 miles, I'm not too much concerned. Again, also, what engine is on it? How much work have you put into? How many problems does it have? It's not the miles that determine death of the car. It's the death of the car that determines if the car is falling apart by the fucking day, and you have to put in money in it all the time, then it doesn't make sense. Chevy is supposed to come out with 2020 SS Chevelle. What do you think about it? It's gonna be plasticky bullshit, ugly ass fucking bar of soap, just like their Chevy Camaro. I don't understand how do people buy these muscle cars? I mean, if I'm gonna buy muscle car, there is no way in hell I would be caught dead buying, a modern age muscle car. If I'm gonna spend 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000, I'm gonna buy an old school muscle car, put all the new technology in it, get a 800 horsepower motor in it. I'm gonna have heated seats, cooled seats, remote start, kick-ass sound system. I'm gonna have all the best shit in it. I'm not, that we're talking about high end. I'm talking about like $70,000. I'm not gonna here's the crazy thing. You can actually get a pretty good old school true muscle car for $35,000. You don't need to be going out and spending $70,000. Yeah, you can even do a kit car. There are amazing, just mind-blowing kit cars out there. Cobra, oh my God. Like, I would never buy original Cobra. Why would they spend insane amount of money on original Cobra? I spent $250,000. Can't even drive, motherfucker, because it's so fucking expensive. God forbid something happens to it. God forbid something happens to it. I can buy a Cobra and completely have an amazing 400 or 500 horsepower for $35,000. You can do that. Like, we live in very affordable muscle car age. I don't understand why people buy these plasticky modern. I just don't like new modern muscle cars. This is just me. Here's something you can do. You can buy a wrecked modern muscle car, get body from an old school muscle car, put them together, and still stay under $35,000. But you gotta know what the fuck you're doing. Obviously, it's not gonna be somebody else doing it. You have to do it. Like, you have to be a mechanic. You have to be savvy with that shit. Patrick Sarmiento, can you buy people car in Canada if you live in US? What? Can you buy people car in Canada? Patrick, I knew you're missing something, man. Tuck your ears in your head. Patrick, if you live in Canada, you can definitely buy a car in the US. But why? Cars here are more expensive. It's cheaper over there in Canada. Look at the difference in dollars. American dollar is more expensive. You don't want to be buying car here and sending it over there. You want to do the other way thing. You buy a car there and bring it here. If you can somehow. It's a whole fucking process. Patrick, I don't think so unless a car falls for 25 years. Tom, Dan, you the man, thank you. You're welcome, buddy. You are welcome. Gary, here's something else you can do, Tom. Tom, if you really want to buy a 4-door sport sedan, because you can't really have a sports sedan, it's heavy as shit. I mean, this thing weighs like a fucking elephant. But if you want to have a decently high horsepower sedan, you can buy Q50 Red Sport 400, raise it up to 600 horsepower and put a manual transmission in there, or put a good quality automatic transmission in there that can handle 600 horsepower. Drive until this transmission blows up. It blows up, and then you have a new transmission. You're ready. You know exactly what you're going to be putting in. You have money set aside. So this thing blows up in like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, and then you can put a new one in. Corgi, I read that the new Lexus cars will be getting a BMW like Toyota Supra. I hope not. I hope not. Oh, we're gonna have some serious problems if Corgi. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, that's gonna be a big no. That's gonna be very bad. Very, very fucking bad. Paul Demore, Mustang is an icon. I understand. Chevelle is an icon. Corvette is an icon. Camaro icon. Challenger is an icon. I understand. But I just don't. I don't know who runs this company. Like what do these CEOs are thinking? They can make so much more money. All they have to do, it's really simple. Copy and paste the old school design. Literally, just copy and paste that, modernize it, and sell it as a 2020 vehicle. That's it. People are gonna buy that shit like hotcakes. The first car manufacturer, first American car manufacturer, whoever makes Ford, Chevy, Dodge, that does this, they are gonna make buku money. They're gonna make so much fucking money. Who would buy? Let me just who would buy old school looking with all the modern features and modern horsepower and modern stuff, muscle car over the new plasticky looking design? I would take old school any day of the week. Can you imagine old school Chevelle, right? With modern horsepower, 700 horsepower from the factory, Chevelle, heated seats, cooled seats, all the nice things, and the same classic interior, skinny steering wheel, red or fucking green upholstery, something crazy. There's also, okay, sorry man, I mean, I want to pay you to find me a good car deal, but I live in Canada. Listen, Patrick, go to 60 Minute Car, Get the training program, get the course, watch it, learn it, use it. If you tell me, Dan, that shit sucks, it's not worth the money I paid for, I want my money back. Have your money back. Not a fucking problem. I haven't had one person that joined the program, not one person that joined the program. I've been doing this for over a year, officially for a year, you know, I launched this a year ago. Well, actually, this course part for a year, but I've been, course part for a year, right, over a year. Not one person said, it's not worth the money I paid for it. Not one. Not one. Unfortunately, the dealerships over there in Canada don't really like me because it's not that I know they even know who I am. They don't. It's the fact that I'm calling from America. Like half the dealerships will reply to me in French. Like what the fuck? I thought official Canadian language was English. That's like you call a dealership here and somebody replies to you in fucking Chinese or Russian or fucking Spanish. What? I mean, I understand you have in America you have an option for people that just moved here from Mexico and they want to buy a car. Not a problem. Or for old people like 120 years old and they can't learn English but they want to buy a car. Okay, cool. I understand. Not a problem. But when you just assume that I'm supposed to speak French, like, and so I don't know. And they're like, where are you calling from? I'm like, I'm from Florida. And their attitude, I don't know. I'm like really not trying to be a dick. When I shop for a car, I'm a professional right off the bat. I'm not trying to be a dick. My goal is to buy a car, not to piss people off. I'll piss people off after they treat me like a piece of shit. I can do that always. It's not a problem. But I don't open up or I don't start kind of a conversation with being a piece of shit. And they're like, well, you're in Florida. How are you going to buy a car? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to do it. Don't worry about it. So I tell them, just give me the price. And they worry. They worry more about how they're going to sell a car instead of just fucking selling a car. All right, guys. Any more questions? Our 2005 Mazda 6 great reliable cars. Bro, 2005, how many miles you have on? You already have 150,000 miles on it. I mean, I wouldn't buy it. I mean, unless you're getting for free or for like $500 or something, then sure, whatever. It's 2005. It probably has a bunch of miles on it. Personally, I don't like intermediary cars. I don't like these, temporary cars. I would rather buy a car for next 5 or 10 years than for 5 or 10 months. Why do you need to buy a car and then go through the same process in 5 or 6 months? Just buy a good quality car right off the bat. You know what I mean? There's very few cases where you need to do that. Lester, I know, buddy. I mentioned Sheboygan already. I mean, you're on board. Ryan Dixon, the problem is a lot of people don't have their shit together or common sense, so you have to deal with your clients' antics along with the salespeople. Oh, dude, yeah, I understand. I absolutely understand that, unfortunately. Carmen Green, thanks for the question, Dan. You're awesome. You're welcome, buddy. Gary E. Sorry, Wisconsin, we beat you. It's 19 in North Dakota. Jesus Christ. That's horrible. That is horrible. Let me see what it is. F2C. I want to see what Fahrenheit to Celsius is. Fahrenheit's 19. Oh, yeah, that's nothing. That's only -7 Celsius. Yeah, that's not even cold. Let's try this. -30. Try -22 Fahrenheit. And then tell me what you think about that. That's cold. Hey Dan, how can I call you after your live stream? My phone number is below the live stream. I'll put it in the chat right now. Bam, there's my phone number. You want to talk to me? There you go. What is a good car that can survive cold weather? I'm thinking of financing a vehicle just around January 2020. My budget is $5,000 to $15,000. What mileage car brand? That can survive cold? Where are you taking this thing? Antarctica? South Pole? I don't know cars, modern cars. I'm not talking about some fucking North Korean, Chinese, or Russian cars. I'm talking about normal people cars that have problems with cold weather. I don't know how cold it gets where you live, but don't get a diesel, obviously. I don't know. Really, anything from like 1990s shouldn't have a problem. You know, most cars from 90s shouldn't have a problem. So you can get so you're probably looking for all-wheel drive. So start with Hyundais, Kias, Toyota, Honda, Mazda. That's really the only 5 I would recommend, you know, for that price. Anthony, I tried it in the afternoon. Anthony, if you're not getting a hold of me on, you know, over text or calling for some reason, send me a text through our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group. Just go to Facebook group and send me a message there. That's pretty much it. Or you can just, you know, make a post. Just put in a post. Hey Dan, contact me, and I'll contact you. I'll send you a message. What's the best car I can own for $5,000? Again, Big Chief, it's gonna be the same 5. Hyundai, Kia, Toyota, Honda, Mazda. It's not gonna change. I live in Manitoba, Canada, and the winter goes below 30 Celsius. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now that's cold. Minus 30, minus 45 Celsius. Let me see what the minus 45. What the fuck is that even? God damn. That's minus 49 Fahrenheit. That's stupid cold. That's gulag cold. That is Russian concentration camp cold. That's Russian labor camp cold. It's really bad, dude. You should try moving south at least couple of thousand miles, because I know you're right up next to North fucking Pole with minus 30 and minus 45. All right, talk to you later. Thanks. Not a problem, Anthony. For tuning. Oh, Big Chief, that's a big mistake you're making there, Big Chief. What's the best $5,000 car for tuning? You have $5,000. What tuning are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? You got $5 grand. Do not get into tuning unless you got $50,000 cash. You got 50 grand. Do not even fucking start. Are you serious? Best car for tuning. What are you gonna? You're gonna get a car with 3 horsepower. You're gonna increase it to 4. Holy shit, bro! Like, I'm not trying to be a dick here, really. Because Big Chief, I care about your big money. Okay, I want you to have a lot of money. I don't want you to make a big mistake. Don't buy a car that you're gonna freaking tune. Buy a car that already has a lot of horsepower. Or if you want to tune, make sure you got at least $50,000 laying around that you can just throw away. You know what I mean? Take care of your business. Grow your stuff. Grow yourself as an individual. Skill up. Make money. And then whenever you have fuck you money laying under the mattress, you can waste it on tuning a car. The best thing you can do while you're young is not to fuck around and do dumb shit. The best thing you can do from fucking 16 to 35 is like work like a fucking slave. That's the best thing you can do. I should get a polar bear instead of a car, huh? Patrick, definitely. Just get yourself a fucking polar bear. And I hear those polar bears really like tasty humans, so you be careful out there. Then probably negotiate the polar bear. Yeah, yeah. Negotiate the polar bear. Oh, that shit is hilarious. Yeah, definitely negotiate the polar bear. Yeah, dude. If you live up north, how like what do you do for a living? Shovel snow? Oh, I'm so funny. If I don't make myself laugh, God, who will? All right, guys, are we done? Are we it? Is this it? Are we done with all the questions? Dan, do you suggest Lexus ES350 or RX 350? RX 350 if you can afford it, because it's gonna be over 30 grand, or 30 grand, good one. ES 350 if you're gonna be if you don't have that much money, but RX 350 is so much better. I mean, you get into RX 350, the fact that you drive an SUV, you sit higher, is so much better. I'm telling you, it's better to get on top of a car than get into the car. I like ES350, but getting confused if RX 350. Yeah, I would go with RX 350 to be honest with you. What about IS 300 2JZ? Excellent motor. 2JZ speaks for itself. It's probably one of the best tuning motors in the fucking world. So if you want to go with that, definitely just listen, Big Chief, just make sure you don't overpay. I got ghosts. I just got ghosts, so don't worry about that. Just make sure you're not overpaying. Make sure you're not paying more than $5,000 for this thing. Big Chief, don't tune cars. I am telling you, don't tune cars. Unless, Big Chief, unless you're like making money from it somehow, or I don't know. Listen, I grew up around, like, I had a fucking Skyline, bro. I know what I'm talking about. I grew up around people fucking tuning cars. I know people that put in $30, $40, $50,000 in their cars. I know guys that had 10-second fucking Honda Civics with 700 horsepower. They put an insane amount of money. You know what they did? They sold those Honda Civics for $13,000. You put $50,000, $60,000 into a fucking drag race car, and then you sell that shit for 13 grand. I had a friend of mine who had a Eclipse. It was like the Eclipse from Too Fast to Furious. Beautiful car, excellent body work. I mean, the body work was so good. Like, he had bumpers that didn't even they weren't bumpers. He actually molded them to the body, to the fenders, so there was no gaps between actual body and the bumpers. The bumpers were the fucking car. The body kit, not the bumpers, the body kit. Nice interior, nice fucking exteriors, pearl paint. That shit was fucking amazing. He sold that car for 30% of what he put in it. I can go out right now and I can buy a car, a tuned car, for 30 to 40% of what people put into that car. Somebody could put $100,000 into a car. I can buy it for $40,000. It's confirmed that the new Lexus is getting beamed. Would you buy the 2000? Listen, oh, hold on. If the Lexus is going to be putting BMW engines in it, I'm not buying it. You know what I'll do? I'll let other people test drive it. I'll let other people test the waters, see how well that does, and in 4, 5, 6, 7 years, that shit is good. Okay, I'll be back on Lexus game for now. So from 2019, I like I already started doing this, but for now I'm set. I'm moving people. I would move people from Lexus to Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis. That's it. I'm not gonna fuck around. Like, if Lexus doesn't give enough fucks to make their own engines, if they don't care about that, then why should I give them my money as a customer if they don't even care about making their own engines? Like, are you kidding me? Dan, have you ever met the price of a car you wanted on your first and third call? What, Gary? Have you ever met price of a car you wanted on your? I don't understand, Gary. Can you rephrase that, please? The 2JZ engine for the Supra is damn good. Yeah, it's also in Lexus. It's on Lexus, and then it's also in Toyota Altezza for those of you who live in Canada. One of the best great inline engines, along with RB26 Det. Here's the thing. I like 2JZ better, and here's why. I think you can squeeze more horsepower out of 2JZ than the RB26 Det or BMW S54. Eclipse GSX. Yes, yes. Thank you, Bronze. I appreciate it, my friend. We had a neighbor in San Francisco who dumped $15K into a custom paint job on the Honda CRX and another $10,000 on interior work. The car he got back from the shop, it was stolen, $25,000 in debt. Well, a stolen car is not the same as the car drops value. I mean, that's just an unfortunate situation. It's not a fact. Not everybody's car is going to get stolen. But here's the fact. You can put $100,000 into building a car, and I don't even want to tell you how much you're going to get back. Do your own research. Ask some people around you how much money they put into their cars, and if they sell it, if they sell it, not what they would sell it for. There's one price what they would sell it. What would they actually get? Here's the thing that matters. What would they get? Not what would they sell, not what they would want to sell it for. I want to sell a car for $1 million. It doesn't mean I'm gonna get $1 million. Hi Dan. Ford Roush 150 thoughts. Fast and expensive? Owen, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's fast and expensive. What else is there, you know? If you can afford it, go for it. Patrick, hey guys, my name is Dan. I worked in the biggest dealership. That's all for tonight. All right, good luck. Good luck, my friend. Thank you, Patrick, for tuning in. Have a good one, my friend. I'm going to be signing out also. Gary E., when you were looking for cars for other people, did you ever meet the car price on the first or third call? How do you meet car price? I don't understand. You mean instead, let's replace meet with see. I don't see the car price on the third or first call. I see it before I even call them because that's on the website. Gary E., is that what you're talking about? What do you mean by meet the car price? All right, guys. Allison Lowville, I think they're going to be the last question for tonight, probably. Did you see the news on Takata airbags? Yes, I did. That's not new, though. Takata airbags were shit for God knows how many years. Probably like 10 years or something like that. Yeah, it's not new. It's too late in stream. You talked about it. Yeah, Allison. Yeah, you are a bit late. We're about to be done here. Unfortunately, I did see the news, but it's not news to me because I already know about it. This problem has been going on for many years, and it's not the fact that there's a problem. That's not the biggest problem. The problem is I don't see a solution. Takata is not there. No, I don't see anybody super proactively. I don't know of anybody who's super proactively working on this problem when this problem has been out for a long time. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Fly by. Good to see you here. Glad I got some of your questions answered. Hopefully you are a bit more equipped to go out car shopping. My name is Dan, motherfucking strong. I'm signing out, and I'll see you on the internet.